Hey people, I know it's been a while since I've done one of these videos, but somebody emailed me and asked me a bunch of questions, and one of the questions that they brought up, they said there's some dispute out there about this subject, so I thought I would throw out my 2 cents. Basically the question was is that when somebody reaches subspace, do you keep playing? My opinion, no. Plain and simple, no. The reason is because they've lost the ability to consent. When they reach subspace, they've left the room. Okay, their mind has shut down and gone into this other world, this other plateau, this other existence that has disconnected itself from their body. So for you to continue to play, I think breaks consent. I think that by doing that, you're risking not only, you're risking the health of the person you're playing with, because they can't consent anymore. They can't tell you when something's gone wrong or when something's going to potentially hurt them, and that really is pretty, irresponsible. When they hit, when I'm playing with somebody and they hit subspace, that's the end of the play, because it's pretty much like hitting dead meat and not a lot of fun. I could hit and hit and hit, and it's like, okay, well, I'm hitting it, I'm getting no response. If I'm getting no response, then why the hell am I hitting them? And it's really simple. I mean, I don't see why there's a conflict. When you're playing at that level, and and you got somebody who's that so far gone, it's your responsibility as the Dom to pull back and now become a caregiver. Get them off the equipment, bring them down, bring them out of subspace, make sure they're okay, do aftercare. And if you don't know about aftercare and you're dominant, and I want to know what the hell you're doing, because you need to know about aftercare. And I mean, I've talked to, I know a few friends that are, particularly one who, he's like, oh, I don't like doing aftercare. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter what you need at that point. It's your responsibility as the dominant to make sure the needs of the submissive are handled. Okay, because if you just leave them in a corner and not be there for them as they're coming out of this, who knows what psychological damage could be done. Your job is to make sure they're okay. When I play, I always make sure before we play, I have things like a bottle of water ready. Okay, because they're going to come out of it, and 9 times out of 10, they're going to be dehydrated. Okay, because they're sweating, their body is just going through, massive amounts of damage, both physically and mentally, and it's your responsibility to make sure they're okay. For you to just get up and walk away is really stupid, and for you to continue playing when they're in subspace, again, I believe is really freaking stupid. We as a community need to recognize that what we do when we play as dominants, we have responsibilities more than just, I'm going to grab my flogger and beat you. Even though that's fun, there's preparations that have to be done before the play. Make sure the stations are clean, make sure your toys are clean, make sure that you have you've sat and talked to the submissive and actually negotiated out the scene. And then after the scene is over, your job is to make sure that that submissive is okay. I mean, it doesn't matter if, what you do is after you get the submissive down off of the piece of equipment, that, after you're done, after some play is done, and after everything's done, that you then send the submissive to take care of making sure the toys are put away and the station's clean. But between that time, when they're in the middle of coming out of subspace and getting back to reality, you are 100% in charge. There is nobody beyond you. You are taking the responsibility of this person's life in your hands. They're not there. They're gone. They're reached this level, this plateau that exists only in really hardcore drugs. Okay? You know, their body's there, not their mind. So it's your responsibility. And for you to continue to beat on them really is really irresponsible. You know, but there's going to be people who are going to disagree with me. There's going to be people who are going to say, oh no, it's, you know, it's not like that. I'm sorry, but it is. It's your responsibility to make sure that person's okay. And if that means stopping play, stop fucking playing. Well, that's it for now. Anybody wants to get a hold of me, you know how. Be well and safe.